Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Giorgio Vallortigara. I am currently the director of the Center for Mind-Brain Sciences of the University of Trento. And welcome. And I will try to provide you with a very quick overview of the center, with particular reference to the scientific activities. The teaching activities will be covered later on by my colleagues, Professor Zampini and Professor Pavani. The center was started in 2007, and the aim of the center is obviously to study the activity of the brain, both in normal, ordinary physiological conditions and in pathological conditions, and obviously also to educate the next generation of neuroscientists. The CIMeC is mostly a multicultural center. About 1/2 of our research fellows are from abroad, for a variety of countries, as you can notice, and also an important part, just a little less than 1/2 of the PIs, the principal investigators, the scientists who had a permanent position at the center, are from abroad. Overall, the CIMeC has now about 150 people, and the distribution is like this. 36 are PIs, research scientists with a permanent position. We have about 50 research fellows. These are mainly postdocs with a temporary position, typically between 3-5 years. And then about 22 people as part of the administrative staff and technicians. We have quite a lot of technicians because of the high-tech setup and apparatus which are in the center, and about 40 people are PhD. They are here with scholarships as PhD. I will try to describe briefly the structure and the labs which are available to the CIMeC. I will describe only the yellow part because the blue one is for teaching, so will be described by Professor Zampini. The different labs are unfortunately a little bit dispersed from a geographical point of view. This is the LNiF, which is the neuroimaging part of the center. This is the part probably with the highest content in terms of technological aspects. We have a scanner, a fMRI high field for Tesla machine, a MEG, a magnetoencephalographic system, and a variety of other labs, including eye tracking, TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation, and other labs. This is located in Mattarello, which is halfway between Trento and Rovereto, about 20 minutes by car. And this is the part devoted to the investigation of the human brain using non-invasive procedure, that is the modern techniques of neuroimaging. And you can see here some of the setup and machine we have available. Then, and this is a part which is in Rovereto, we have the traditional, more traditional EPL labs, that is experimental psychology and psychophysics labs. And these are devoted to the study of behavior, kinematics, multisensory labs, and also electroencephalographic labs. Here you can see some of the labs which are located in the building just in front of us in Palazzo Federigotti. Again, these are techniques to study mainly the behavior of human subjects. Then we have a part of the center which is associated with research in computational sciences, artificial intelligence, and computational linguistics. This is the CLIC. These are colleagues who are mostly interested in the study of the use of semantic and encyclopedic knowledge in communication, the study of multimodal communication, and the study of adaptive interfaces. Basically, these colleagues are computational linguists who are interested to interact with neuroscientists. Then we have the wet part of the center, the more biological part, the animal cognition and neuroscience labs. This is located in MANIFATTURA Tabacchi, Rovereto South, about 10 minutes or say 15 minutes walking from here. And we have a variety of animal species in the animal house, and these are models for investigation of brain activities. We have fish, in particular zebrafish, which is an important animal model for molecular biology studies, traditional rodents, mice, rats, and a variety of knockout mice for investigation of autism, schizophrenia, and other disease, and insects and birds. We have also a collaboration, these are not in the animal house, for purely behavioral studies with non-human primates. This is run with a zoo park near Verona. And also we have another part of the lab which is devoted to the study of the imaging using the NIRS, the near infrared spectroscopy in newborns, and this is located in the Rovereto Hospital. Obviously, we have all the variety of the traditional techniques for investigation of the neurobiology of brain and behavior, so microscopy, single-cell recording, immunohistochemistry, etc., etc. Then we have the clinical part of the center, the neuropsychological part, the sharing, and this is a collaboration, an agreement between the University of Trento and the local authority of the health system of the province of Trento, the APSS. So the sharing provides also clinical services. There are a certain number of clinical neurologists, physiotherapists, and other medical support for patients. We are interested in patients to study them also, but also to provide some neurorehabilitation for patients with strokes and other types of mental or cerebral diseases. Then we have a series of labs which are run jointly with other research institutions in the provincia. Most notably, the first, we have two labs with the FBK, the Fondazione Bruno Kessler. One lab is the neuroinformatics lab, and the other is the computational cognition lab. These are labs in which, again, neuroscientists collaborate with computer scientists, basically, and scholars in the field of artificial intelligence to develop models, but also applications for brain sciences. And another important collaboration is with the Fondazione MAC. Fondazione MAC is the most important applied biology and agricultural research institution in the province of Trento, and one of the most important in the country. And with Fondazione MAC, we have a joint lab devoted to the study of insect neurobiology and neuroecology. And we, together with the Department of Physics, this lab ran also a very sophisticated 2-photon microscopy machine to investigate in vivo the activity of very teeny brains, like the brains of bees or other insects, which are of interest not just for basic science, but also from the applied point of view, because some of these insects are pests of, say, fruit trees in the local territory, in the local area. We have also a research station, a research field, about 3 kilometers from Rovereto, in an area, a very nice area. This is run together with a local museum. And this is an area for ethological research. There is a variety of animal species, including tortoises, jungle foals, corvid species, some fish also in the lab. It's mostly for ethological and naturalistic research, but also for teaching purposes, in the sense that together with the museum, we try to make possible a first phase in meeting with animals in a natural environment for the citizens in Rovereto and the children of Rovereto schools. Very important is the collaboration with the IIT, the Istituto Italiano di Tecnologia, the Italian Institute of Technology, and this will be described by, I think in the afternoon, by the director of the IIT in Rovereto, Professor Angelo Bifone. And they are mainly working in psychophysics, but also with animals. There is another scanner for small animals, 7 Tesla machine, for studying the brain of mice, and in particular mice, which are models of diseases. Skip the educational part. I will describe very briefly the research activity of the center and the funding of the center. So, number of publications, this is not terribly updated, but there has been a big increase starting from the very start of the center, and in particular, the scientific productivity as measured by number of citations for year, and very important, the number of ERC grants that has been awarded to the center. You know probably that the ERC is the most important source of funding in Europe for basic sciences, and we have got 8 ERC grants for more than 10 million euros awarded by research scientists in the center, more than 1/2 of the overall ERC of the overall Trento University. We also got other grants from other charities or research funding. An important part of the center activities has been devoted to communication at different levels. First of all, in the forms of workshop in the different areas of the center, neuroimaging, neurobiology, animal cognition, experimental psychology. So there are every year at least a couple of workshops which are specific for the scientific community. But we also run a variety of meeting and workshop for the general public, in particular the so-called neuroscience aperitif, neuroscience cafe, and also a series of public lecture for the general public with the presence of very renowned people like the neuropsychiatrist Vittorino Andreoli and the science writer Piero Angela. We also maintain strict collaboration with the cultural, not just scientific, but also cultural institution in this small but very nice town, in particular with the MART and the Museo Civico. Every year we have an Ethology Day for the citizens of Rovereto, irrespective of the bad weather. We also run together with the Cibio, our twin center devoted to molecular biology, the Olympics of neurosciences. And to conclude, just a mention about the future. As I said, one problem of the center, which is also affecting in some way students, is that the different labs, the different parts, are located in different areas. Well, distances in this part of the country are not really a problem, but say, in any case, moving from Rovereto to Mattarello would require, say, 20 minutes. Moving from Palazzo Fedrigotti to the ICN lab in Manifattura would require about 10 minutes. But our hope for the near future would be to have a unique place, a unique home for all the center. And this home will be Manifattura Tabacchi, where the university has decided to devote 3 large buildings to the center. This one, which is already under restructuration and is completed for 1/3, which is hosting the wet neurobiological labs of ACN lab. Then there will be a central part for administration, another part for IIT, and also administration. This building will be for the clinical part and the experimental psychology labs. And here, where now there is this sort of barrack that will be destroyed, and a new building is expected to be completed in 2016 for the neuroimaging, with the moving of the Mattarello labs in Manifattura Tabacchi. So at the end we will have a sort of a square of the neurosciences, with the biological part, the neuroimaging part, and the clinical part facing each other. And that will be probably one of the most important, and we hope the most important, neuroscience research institute in Italy, and probably one of the most relevant in Europe.